all beneath a pyramid-shaped mound 180 feet tall.
它本来是一个非常辉煌的一个9层台的建筑，换句话说，它是。
It used to be an extremely majestic 9-level structure. It is like a huge constructed pyramid. Foreign scholars call the tomb the Yellow Earth Pyramid. Even though it was built 2,000 years ago, you can still see its original shape. The base covers an area of 1,600 square feet.
Originally, the burial mound covering the tomb was a majestic 9-level structure, twice its current height. Today, even with the erosion of 2,000 years, it's still an imposing mark of a ruler bent on immortality. In the 1980s, a survey of the mound's soil revealed unusually large concentrations of mercury, much higher than nearby areas. Experts have taken this as a sign that the rivers of mercury decorating Emperor Qin's tomb may well exist, and that Sima Qian's grand descriptions aren't just fiction. Perhaps the secret of where the entrance to the tomb lies will stay forever buried with the workers who built it. But some experts haven't given up hope of finding the door, even though getting through it may not be that easy.
We predict that where the wooden door to the tomb is, there is a trap where a rope is suspended at the entrance. And the trap will be activated once the rope is moved. Thus the system that is installed. But the precise situation can only be confirmed after practical archaeological studies are done on it, even though this system of protection is explained in the Shi books. By looking at the accompanying burial sites surrounding the imperial tomb, we can predict that there is going to be much more items than that. Also, we can evaluate the personality of Qin Shi Huang, which is the greed for big and more.
The promise of untold treasure and the secrets of ancient China that it could reveal will almost certainly make the risk worthwhile.
In
Sima Qian's records, the imperial tomb uses the mercury to symbolize the rivers and seas. 2,000 years ago, the people believed that China is surrounded by water from all directions. My map thus shows a huge drawing depicting where the mercury is surrounding the entire tomb, representing the oceans.
Mr. Yang has spent more than half his lifetime decoding the scriptures of ancient scholars. His studies have produced a detailed map showing where he believes the secrets and dangers of Emperor Qin's tomb are hidden.
At that time, the Chinese believed that China was divided into 9 countries. So in my map, I divided up the tomb into 9 parts. Inside, there are rivers which divide the land. The body of Qin should be situated right at the middle. The Sima Qian records say that the top of the tombs reflect the sky, and the bottom reflects the landscape. In other words, it is according to the geography of the landscape at that time.
Will these maps lead the archaeologist and his team to treasure, or will they be thwarted by the emperor's cunning?
这个图整个就是个秦始皇陵区整个一个遗迹遗物分布的一个平面图。截至目前发现的，你像这就是兵马俑坑，1、2、3号坑。然后这是秦始皇陵这个封土，就现在这个封土对，它就是整个陵区这个发现与陶窑了，像这些和秦陵有关的这个遗迹呢，这个范围是56.25平方公里。
Somewhere around here, these men hope to unearth a 20,000-acre tomb holding the riches which accompanied the first emperor to the afterlife. The Terra Cotta army is just the opening act of an extraordinary saga.
So far, we found 600 pits in the entire tomb complex. So, there are a huge variety of relics buried along with the emperor, rich with treasures like the horse carriage and warriors. The accompanying tomb items are all life-size. The bronze carriages come with gold and silver items.
Judging from the relics that have been found so far, experts believe that the treasures within the imperial tomb itself will be even more impressive, in both quantity and quality. When the underground vaults are finally excavated, their contents could astonish the world. But so far, the emperor's cunning has kept his treasures hidden for more than 2,000 years. Modern technology has failed to breach his defenses. Over 25 years of painstaking excavation have only unearthed a tiny portion of his underground kingdom. And even when archaeologists do unlock the tomb and its secrets, they must then find ways to preserve the newly discovered bounty.
The archaeological techniques in China are some of the most advanced in the world. But the main challenge now is the preservation of the relics. The issue of preservation is the main reason why we haven't excavated the mausoleum of the emperor. Once the problem is solved, the next step is easier.
Originally, the Terra Cotta warriors were painted in bright colors, but once they saw the light of day, after over 2,000 years of darkness, their paint dissolved within minutes of exposure. It was a warning sign that the rest of the emperor's treasures would also suffer the same fate, unless archaeologists can find a way to preserve their original character. The emperor could be forgiven a smile. His goal of eternal life in the lap of extraordinary luxury may indeed have been realized, with the help of archaeologists committed to preserving Emperor Qin's tomb and its contents forever. Emperor Qin has long been immortalized in the hearts and minds of the Chinese people, and now in the flashes of their cameras. By any standards, his tomb is an extraordinary legacy. The continuing fascination with this quest for immortality has, in itself, ensured that the emperor will live forever, just as he always hoped and intended. For now, the secrets of Qin Shi Huang remain hidden in the largest unopened tomb in the world, guarded by the Terra Cotta warriors. Until it is excavated, the myths will multiply and the mystery will thicken. But if the scientists have got it right, the stars will shine and the rivers will flow in the emperor's tomb.